The Bulls get their 9th win at home, improve to 20-4 on the season with an 85-82 win over the Central Michigan Chippewas. Amy Audibert with me, and so is Bulls head coach Felicia Legette-Jack. You've been a part of so many great games in your career as a player and a coach. Does that one go on the list?
Well, it goes after me saying Happy Valentine's Day to my mother and my husband. You know, we keep it in perspective. This is a big game, but I've been saying this all summer, all the way up until this point. This is a special team. And I think the team that can beat Buffalo is Buffalo. And today we got out of our own way, and we decided to lockjaw and then come out with a victory. Buffalo, you deserve this.
Yes, Buffalo does, Amy.
Undefeated at home on your home court now, 9-0. What goes into instilling that culture in a roster and a team?
Well, wherever we are becomes our home in our mind. I tell you what, these young ladies, I keep telling them, you know, as you get closer to an opportunity to change what people see you as, it gets a little bit dangerous. It gets a little bit weird. As you get closer, it gets beyond like the expectations of people around you. And I told them that we got to dive deeper into our focus, and we can figure out home court, 9-0, and all that stuff later on. But right now, we got to dive deeper into our focus and our sisterhood and our foxhole.
Tonight, one of the keys to this game was the play of Cassie Ausler. In the first meeting 2 weeks ago, she struggled. Maybe one of the worst games she's ever had, bouncing back tonight with 24 points and 13 rebounds. Talk about her performance tonight, and what did you say to her following that first matchup with the Central Michigan Chippewas?
Well, it comes down to my assistants. Coach Sharkey shared with me that we have to do so. We always do what we always don't and always get what we always got. And we have to make a change. And she gave us a great suggestion of putting Summer on their big hit and free Cassie's mind up a little bit and let her become free. I always said, Coach Sharkey, she made that decision, and we followed through. Summer had an unbelievable defensive game, and Cassie was able to play free. When you got a free Cassie out there on her birthday and it's Valentine's Day, come on now, the stars align.
Coach, you guys held Presley Hudson to 1 point in the second half. Was that actually a conversation in the locker room, or did it just happen that way?
Say it again?
Presley Hudson, number 3, had 1 point in the second half for Central Michigan, and
well,
your team
I was surprised that she played so well at her home, because Stephanie does a tremendous job. I called her a really good coach of mine, a friend at my other house, Tom Crean, and I asked him, how do you stop somebody like that? And he said, you got to use your hands. You got to get your hands active. And I shared that with Stephanie just today, and she's such a coachable kid. She just made it impossible for her to get free or feel comfortable. And I tell you what, sometimes when you think you have all the answers, and you do it all yourself, you're not going to get success. But I'm smart enough to realize I don't know it all, and I make calls and I make decisions on that.
20 wins in a season for the 3rd straight year. Congratulations and happy Valentine's Day.
Bulls, we ain't done yet. We ain't done yet, Buffalo.
I know they're not done yet, right? And there's more games to be played, but what a huge confidence boost this was, and what a huge confidence boost was it for you. Happy birthday to you, Cassie Ousley. Happy Valentine's Day. Way better than candy and flowers, wasn't it?
For sure. This is the best birthday gift I could ask for.
You know, we talked about, I'm sure you thought about how things went the first time you played the Chippewas. How much did you think about it? How much were you determined to come back and have maybe your best game of the year?
Let's just say the last couple nights, all I was thinking about before I was falling asleep was different post moves and different options that I could do. So I knew we had to come back out and bang them right from the start, and we didn't come out the first time we played them ready to go, and we knew we had to do that today, and I think we definitely did that. So that was important.
Cassie, since that last Central Michigan, you've been averaging a double-double. It's like a different player. Not that you haven't been fantastic all year, but now we're on the next level. Where's your mind been the last couple weeks?
I mean, it's nearing the end of my senior season, and it's just go time. I'm not ending on a negative streak this year, so we're ready to go, and my confidence is up, so keep it rolling.
You know, your team as a whole doesn't struggle for confidence, but to beat a team like Central Michigan that was undefeated in the conference, that had won 12 games in a row, what does this do for your team's confidence for the final 5 games and then the MAC tournament?
I mean, Coach has been saying all season, the only team that's going to beat us is Buffalo, and that's true. And I think knocking off a team like this by however many points we did, but just knocking them off after 12 in a row, I think it's just really going to boost us into these last 5 games and into early March, which is where we want to be.
Cassie, I'm going to ask you the last question. We saw you score many different ways tonight, running in transition, hitting an outside shot, back to the basket. What's your favorite way to score?
Honestly, I love beating everyone down the court. Steph I see her eyes meet mine, and the ball comes perfectly into my hands. It's the best thing ever.
Yeah, and that one play where you did beat everybody down the court, the key after the Dillard three that really was the determiner in this game. Congratulations on a great effort. Go enjoy the rest of your birthday.
Thank you so much.
Cassie Ausler, 24 points and 13 rebounds. Amy, when I look at the stats, I see 14 lead changes and 11 ties. This was a classic exactly as we expected.
It was nothing that, and I honestly, we didn't know who was walking away from the win today, and we're so fortunate to be able to experience this game tonight.
Yeah, and the crowd that was here certainly had the chance to see one of the best basketball games they will see between two outstanding teams. I'll ask you the question I asked Cassie. How much does this help an already confident Buffalo team for the rest of the season?
I think it helps in terms of course, it's a win. It's better than much better than a loss, but at the same time, I think Felicia Legette-Jack does a great job, and she has always done a great job of keeping her team focused on one game at a time, because as much as it's great to celebrate tonight, this isn't the end of their season. They're going after a ring, they're going after shoes to dance in March, and this hopefully just kind of propels them to continue moving forward.
20-4 overall, 11-2 in the MAC. The Bulls have now won 9 of their last 10 games. We hope you enjoyed a classic Mid-American Conference showdown. The Bulls win 85-82. We thank you for watching. This has been a production of the Mid-American Conference and ESPN3.